Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yes, it is finally time to start the American 1920s campaign. I'm playing with the Naval Arms Race mod by the Barão on the Game Labs forums. I have done some editing of the save file. I've given the AI a technology boost. I gave them, instead of setting it to 100% on all the incomplete technologies, I gave them 99%, so it wouldn't cause issues with like their starting fleets. But I guess that was unnecessary because, of course, they do build their ships during the while the campaign is being generated, which, by the way, took a long time. So the way it happens, you have to generate the campaign first, so you have a save file to edit. And by the time I did that, they had already built some ships. Hoping a lot of them are actually the save. Oh, there we go, SD class. That's one of my saved share designs. Not sure about all the others. I hope they built some. The log, again, doesn't tell me much. Speaking of building a navy, I need to build a navy. Let's go to ship design. Let's start building the US Navy. Okay. That's a battleship hull. Ugh. Let's go with this one. It's the least ugly. Okay, I can actually put my tower all the way back here, so we can go with super firing turrets on the foredeck. As for a rear tower, do we go with the huge tall mast? Maybe not on this ship. It's a pretty good long-range accuracy boost, though. How about funnels? How about speed first? I'm thinking, well, it's not going to be a historical campaign because things will be, as usual in this game, quite different from actual history as soon as the campaign starts rolling. But to begin with, I want to limit my battleships to 21 knots, which was the case with the American standard battleships until they started building fast battleships. Do I want to... gear turbines seems to be what I have. No turbo electric drives. Okay. Okay, and this barbette doesn't go any further back than that. As for main guns, we got 15 Mark II, 16 Mark I, 14 Mark II, or 13 Mark III. So we're either going to go with small guns Mark III, bigger guns Mark II, or if I'm going to go Mark I can actually go 18. I think I'm going to stick with the 15s Mark II. Can I fit a tall funnel here? Yes, I can. That gives me enough engine efficiency. So what to do with all this deck space? Actually, no. Let's go with... not that one. This one. Can I now find a funnel that's not too tall? So that it can sit up here and not be like much tall. That works. Pretty much the same height. It gives me huge engine efficiency, which improves my range. And I'm gonna need some range because I've got a couple of huge oceans on either side of me. 4-weight offset is 0.4%. Let's have these so they can actually turn 360 degrees. That would be nice. As for barbette, plonk that one there, put a secondary on it. It stretches out my citadel a bit, but that's not necessarily a terrible thing. Because that improves the... It means the armor belt is going to be heavier, so I can't make it as thick as with a very compact citadel, but it means I don't have a lot of areas of the ship only covered by the fore and aft belt. So it shouldn't flood out that easily. Let's go unbalanced. Barbette 4. I don't think I have the displacement for anti-torp 3. Citadel 4. I still got some displacement left. I'm gonna go increased AP, standard, capped. Capped. Need increased ammo. Oh, not picric acid, TNT2. Because TNT2 gives me less flashfire chance than TNT3. Now, do I go tube powder to bring that further down? If I go with light shells, that gives me more range. I go coincidence 4, RDF. Still got displacement left to spare. That's pretty nice. Let's do something about the armor. 15 on the barbette should be enough. 16 on the turret front should be enough. I'm actually much lighter than I expected to be. What kind of deck pen are we looking at? 2.1 inches from a 15 inch. And that is, I've got my settings set to show with 100% armor quality, or plus 100%, which is what you get with Krupp cemented and the Citadel and stuff like that. So it's a decent, you know, yardstick, so to speak. Yeah, let's stay with 5-inch on the top. 4 inches of main deck armor. You can go 2.5 on the fore and aft deck, because again, there's a lot of weight to play with here. Why not go 3 on the superstructure? I might even be able to fit a 5th turret. Let's see how much armor I want to pack on here. That is actually decent deck armor. Now I need to make my guns longer. They are 45s. Let's make them 50. Is 12 gonna be... yeah, 12 is still 50. AP range 25.5. What kind of tower spotting do I have? Pretty good. But we also need reloading. See, there we go. Here's the weight. and we are fat. So let's reduce some of this armor, shall we? So not gonna be able to fit that fifth turret because we haven't even done the secondaries yet. I'm gonna go with 5-inch 38s. Oh. I was hoping there would be room for a secondary barbette here, but I guess these just have to be in a row like that. Casemate guns. Well, now the ship is overweight because casemates are really heavily armored. You don't need quite that much armor on the top. Casemate armor, 7 inches on the top. That's excessive. Let's go 5.5 on the forebelt. What to reduce? I don't want to reduce my range because again, I've got those huge oceans on either side of me. I can go down in deck armor because again, as we see, even these 15 is only 2 inches of deck penetration. Which means I can probably reduce my barbette armor as well. Let's see what more. 2-inch guns. Oh yeah. Lots of places to put those. I think that's it. I think that's our ship. Still some displacement left, but we wanna... No, this is not SD. This is not a shared design. This is a campaign ship. But we're gonna add the USS. Do I maybe want to make those 15.1s or something before we save it? Did that just decrease my deck pen? Yeah, it did. So now I've got 16.1 inches of belt pen at 20,000. That reduces my pen. That is strange. Anyway, let's save it. USS Connecticut. Not a bad looking ship, I would say. Which is unusual because typically most of the ships you build on these kind of hulls end up looking like something the cat puked up. But this is not bad. Let's go with a battlecruiser. Don't think I'm gonna bother with these other battleship hulls. Pennsylvania, max optimal speed 28. Let's go 30. This is gonna need some range. Oil gear turbines. This has huge spotting and long range accuracy, but this one gives me more base accuracy and everything else. So let's go with that. Let's also go with that. And 3 funnels. Again, improving engine efficiency, improves range. Now for guns, are we gonna go with 13s Mark III? I think we are. ABXY or ABX? That is the question. This turret might have to go, and I can scoot everything further aft. Let's go -2 on the beam. I might actually go with doubles instead of triples and keep the 4 turrets. Anti-torp 2 will probably have to suffice. Again, we're gonna go with light to improve range and increased ammo. Tube powder, that decreases my range again. But my flash fire chance is now 0.9. There you go. 1% now with the turret thing. Okay, there's not a lot of armor here. Barbette armor is quite excessive. .5 on the main deck, that's actually okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with the doubles here. To save weight. And also because I'm not sure if I start with advanced triple turrets. I didn't check. And if I don't, I get a pretty big accuracy debuff from having triples instead of doubles. And you might go, well, why not pick a shorter superstructure and lose one of the funnels? But I think 3 funnels look good. That and the range is quite useful. Now let's play with the armor. 14 on the main belt, 3 fore and aft, 14 conning tower, it's not a lot of deck armor, but again, deck pen in this era is not that impressive. 11%, 50 caliber. Decent range. 2.6 deck pen at 25,000 meters. Well, that could potentially go through my main deck, but not also the Citadel decks. I think that's quite good. Now we just have to lose some weight. How to do that? Do I want to lose out on some range? What's the range of the Connecticut class? 25,000 kilometers. Yeah, 29,000. That's that should be adequate. Secondaries. Gonna go with more 5-inch 38s. But not that many of them because these are heavy. Yeah, 2 per side. Can reduce their top armor though. Save some weight. Ship is overweight by 1 ton. There we go. How much does this little gun weigh? 2.2 tons? See if that's actually true. No. It is not true. Because the ammo weight is 2.3. That's basically 5 tons for... I don't know how 5 tons ends up being apparently 8 tons, but that's the case. So we're not gonna do that one. Yeah, we don't have the displacement for that. Can I scoot these further back? No. How about just the forward one? Well, that saved quite a bit of weight. Or did it? Yeah, it did. But I still want to go with the casemates here. Just reduce their top armor a bit, because again, excessive. Oh. Fine. It's not much. I'm just gonna go with the with the 2-inch gun on top of the X turret. 0.3% balance is nothing. USS Pennsylvania. Welcome to the fleet. New design. Now, as for if I'm gonna use any kind of gimmicks in this campaign, well, using the Naval Arms Race mod is in and of itself kind of a gimmick. But mostly what I want to do is I want to limit myself with how many refits I do. Because if you watch my German and Japanese campaigns, I do a lot of refits. And I kind of want to impose that's huge, a limit on myself. Let's go funnels. You can fit 1 funnel here. Can I fit anything on this this thing? No. No. Yes. Those fit. Standard funnel 1. Standard funnel 2. Not medium funnel. Not wide funnel. Not large funnel. But standard funnel 2 fits. Okay. It does not give me enough engine efficiency, but we can deal with that. I don't fit directly on top of it though. Sadly, just kind of into this thing. Sadly, that is way taller. That is also way taller. If I just put a third one there, then add the secondary tower. Okay. Main guns. What do I have? Mark III 11s. Mark IV 7-inch guns. Are we gonna go Mark IV 7s? I think we might. ABX layout. Let's plop a 5-inch gun. That's huge. In behind here. Can I put one of those tiny barbettes? No. No. So like that. Big aft weight offset, but that can be remedied. If nothing else, I'll move the main tower forward and move this funnel up here instead. We're still not quite there with the funnel capacity, so we have to go with forced. Might actually reduce my top speed. And increase the range. This is not really turning into the ship I wanted it to be. But it might just be the best that I can get for now, until I get some better cruiser hulls. I'm gonna go capped on both. In Naval Arms Race, HE penetration has been nerfed compared to the what it is typically in the game, unmodded. So capped ballistic HE is not a terrible idea. I kind of like it normally too, because you can actually pen stuff like DDs. Yeah, let's go. Let's not worry about plunging fire. And when you pen a DD, you can you cause flooding and you slow it down, making it easier to kill. 8 inches on the main belts. go 1.5 on the main deck, 1 on the fore and aft. And a little bit of armor on the inner decks. 45s. Let's get some more range out of them. That's still not like amazing range, but it is something. Now we do have some displacement to spare now. Let's see, maximum bulkheads, yeah. Oh, that's terrible. Single barrels. Ship is overweight. Why are you overweight now, ship? Because I added a bunch of guns? Fine, let's remove these singles. There we go. That's not overweight. There you go. Alright. Colorado. That is a state, not a city. I didn't want to waste like a well-known city name on this ship, because I don't know how long it's going to remain in service. There we go, that's our heavy cruiser. So, for those who don't know, US Navy naming convention, battleships are named after states, cruisers are named after cities. Am I even gonna bother? No. Not with these armored cruiser things. Scout cruiser, though. Looks decently fast. Yeah, scout cruiser. What to do? Just plump down some towers and see where we end up. Dual big funnel 19, dual small funnel 15. That's really all I have to work with. Okay. Balanced. We can get away with that. Now as for barbettes. And main guns. 7 Mark IV, but we've got that on the heavy cruiser. Let's go with 6-inch Mark IV. Four-weight offset. Yeah, we can move everything further back. How about torpedo launchers? I can go 21 inch. 9.5 kilometers. Yeah, we can set this thing up with torpedoes. Can you get closer? Nope. It was a terrible firing arc. We'll see if I'm gonna keep this or go with 3 turrets super firing. That's a horrible range. It's gonna need a lot more range than that if it's gonna be a light cruiser. So let's just see where we end up. No incendiary. Core at 2, my flash fire chance is not that high. Okay, we got some, still got weight to spare. Not gonna use mines, because that's just unfair to the poor AI. It just never knows how to handle things. Now, belt armor, 6.1, 6 inches. That is fine. Let's go 6 on the fore and aft as well. Because why not? Alright, these are 50s. I want them to have a little bit more range, which also helps with accuracy. Let's make them 55. Oh, RDF. 10,000 tons to play with. I can add more turrets, or I can add another set of dual funnels. I just wish I had access to single funnels, because you can fit a lot more single funnels in this space. Let's move that there. Plonk down another turret like that. Like that. Still got some weight to spare. Dual torpedo launchers, though. Let's see. Decent arcs. It's a decent torpedo broadside. I can add a secondary on top of that. I'm running out of weight now. No, I'm not. These bullets don't disappear. Okay, let's add some armor to the 4-inch guns. They do have some armor. That's all they can have. Forward offset. Let's put some armor on the aft deck, because it's supporting all of those torpedoes. Put some armor on the conning tower. Let's put some armor on the inner belt. My guns do not have a poor sector of fire. You are lying to me, game. Galveston. Not the greatest range for a light cruiser. But yeah, as I said, refits. I want to limit myself to waiting at least 5 years before a major refit. And by major refit, I mean stuff other than just changing what kind of ammo they carry, but actually changing the guns and engines and stuff. But that does not count refits just after launch, which kind of just represents the construction time being delayed because someone had a bright idea to pack on some more technology on the ship before it finished. Like mission creep, I think it's called. Which is the thing that happens. A large scout cruiser. This is bigger than Scout Cruiser 2. It's faster than Scout Cruiser 2. Why did I even build that one? Roanoke. 13,000 is my maximum. Yeah, let's just not worry about the Galveston class. That was a waste of time. Funnels, what do we have? 21.4 funnel plus watchtower. Looks good. Or 20 from this one, which is much smaller. But it is as tall. So I can have one of these with the watchtower. And a couple of these. That works. Now, top speed. Max optimal speed, 35.3. That's very fast. $35. 36. 37. Oh my. 38. 39 even. 40, and it breaks the bank. Let's go a conservative 37. Needs some range. It needs more funnels. That's for sure. Let's move this one to the back. Oh, you don't fit any further forwards? than that. I guess that's our limit then. Like so. And we can now give it balanced spoilers. 18,000 kilometer range. Again, not great for a light cruiser. And it's getting quite expensive. More so than a heavy cruiser. It's approaching battlecruiser territory of cost. So we're gonna have to turn this down to 35 knots. And natural boilers. Actually, if I now go, yeah, that thing does increase my my range a little bit over naturals. 9,046. That's 600 tons though. Let's keep that. Give it a balanced rudder, which also increases range a little bit. Now let's look at main guns. Don't have access to the double barbette, so it's gonna be these ones. Which, to be fair, they do look good. Main guns. 6. We're gonna do something almost Japanese-like. I'm thinking torpedoes between here. Unless I can fit torpedoes on the back there. Now if I make these 21s, they still work here. Okay, they work midships. So this is gonna have less firepower than the other one, the Galveston. Just checking turret angles here, but it's gonna be quite a bit faster. And that's a decent amount of torpedoes. Oh, you can put barbettes here. For secondaries. Hello, 4-weight offset, but so the green line is just outside of these two greebles. Yeah, that does worsen my arcs. There we go. That works. Now we got more of a ship to build. Let's see what has to be reduced to make this work. Keep the high capacity HE. Hydro. Anti-submarine. What's the maximum belt armor? It can go 6. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go with 5-inch secondaries. It's gonna be something else. Might have to go Citadel 3. 12576. It's only 100 tons. And you do gain a lot of resistance from Turtleback. Let's go 7 on the turrets. 1.5 on the turret roof. 5 on the barbette. Yeah, let's go 6 on the fore and aft belt on this one as well. Or... hang on. I see the problem here. These are way too far forwards. Because I just moved them out of the way. Okay, 3.7 is the maximum barbette armor on the 6-inch guns. Now, what to even reduce here? Do I want to chop off my range? I don't really. Do I want to reduce my speed? Also, no. Bulkheads don't make much of a difference. If I go down to 20-inch torpedoes, again, not much of a difference. Reduce torpedo load, so 1 volley from either side, and then that's it. I can go triples instead of quads. Let's lighten up on the fore and aft belts. Let's actually go with Citadel 3. Even though it's kind of suboptimal in a lot of ways. Doesn't give you the same armor quality or resistance as the Turtleback. But it's something. Do I actually have to go down to reinforced bulkheads 1 and many bulkheads? I think we do. Okay. New plan. We're ditching the torpedoes. We're sticking with maximum bulkheads. And we're making this a light cruiser that can outshoot other light cruisers without having to rely on scoring torpedo hits. Is it okay now? I think it's okay. Let's see, these are 50s. Do I have enough? What if I make them 55s? I have to wait to offset. Away with you. There we go. Is that 100 tons? That can't be right. Does it extend the citadel? It does. The secondary gun extends the citadel. Oh, it's a main gun. Oh. My bad, my bad. Oh, these are secondary guns. It does extend the citadel. Why? Is it because the game still considers 4-inch like primary caliber for a light cruiser? You know, the 2-inch guns do not extend the citadel. Let's add some of those as well for anti-aircraft protection. And there we go. Four-inch barbette. No, not 4 on the 4.5 belts. That was impossible. We're actually close to being able to put reinforced bulkheads 2 back on again. Which is a very nice thing to have. If we just go down on this, there we go. Let's just not worry about the 2-inch guns. And keep the weight savings. USS Roanoke. Save design. Alright, so we got 2 light cruisers now. Both with their set of flaws. This one being very expensive, not having a bunch of firepower. Kind of disappointing range for what it is. This one having very decent firepower and torpedoes. Also not the greatest range. And quite slow for a light cruiser. Let's make a DD. And that will be the end of it, I think. Unless we want to make several DDs. Oh, yeah. In naval arms race, torpedo boats do not go obsolete. Because I think the intention is that you can use these as escorts. Like pack them full of minesweeping and anti-submarine weapons. Even though they obviously have their flaws, like you can't put armor on them. Let's make a quick E1 escort. Let's make it just fast enough to keep up with the battlecruisers and such, and not worry too much about the actual combat capabilities of this ship. Oh, you don't even get a secondary tower. We're gonna put some 4-inch guns on it though. Oh, you don't get barbettes? No, you do. You don't? You do. but just some select ones. Let's put some torpedoes back here. Actually, this boat might need some more funnels to have some more range. Because the goal is to have it follow the actual task forces around. But being classed as a TB, I'm sure it's gonna actually get thrown into let's go high capacity. Into battles as if it was a DD with actual combat power. .21-inch torpedoes. It is very, very light and still quite cheap. It's gonna need minesweeping, depth charges. That's kind of the important part. Forward offsets. Do I remove a torpedo tube? Yeah, I do. (19,000-kilometer range, E1 class. Cramped quarters. Yeah. But it's not totally undefended if it should get dragged into battle with an actual destroyer or something. Now let's build an actual destroyer. Flush deck. That's not flush, it's got greebles on it. This is the DD-20 class. We're gonna have poor spotting anyway. At least the funnels fit in between here. Nothing else does. That's a forward offset, if I ever saw one. Max optimal speed, 33.5. That's not very fast. Let's go -5. It's probably gonna give me a lot of stability issues. I don't even fit a barbette up there. So we're gonna have to go with a At least it's light, 35 tons. Main guns. It does fit. Just barely. Secondary tower. Like so. Turn it sideways. That still work. And then I could put torpedoes in between them. Let's see if this is doable. Or if I'm gonna run out of displacement. $34 million already. Standard ratio. Let's go high capacity semi-ballistic. With picric acid, my flashfire chance is only 4.6. That's not too bad. Or wait. We're not done yet though. I want these torps to actually pack a punch. It needs to hunt mines and submarines. It also needs to have something on this barbette. Let's remove the that barbette. Let's go down to triples instead of quads. No, that's secondary guns. Oh, you don't fit up there. I thought it would. Now, what to do? Do I decrease bulkheads? Didn't make much of a difference. Probably not worth it. Do I up the draft again? I guess I do. 71 tons over. Light shells, reduced shells. Because submarines just rarely actually run out of... no, DDs rarely actually run out of main gun ammo. It's just you get in, you shoot stuff, you get out. 38 is a good caliber. These could actually be 1.6s because that's basically 40mm. shaft 1. I don't want to reduce my range either. In fact, it should be higher. So what do I reduce? -1 turret? Fine. Now let's go about putting some mostly symbolic armor on this thing. Maybe not that much. Like so. I guess that works. It ain't perfect, but it's a DD. I would want it to have more range and be faster, but that's as good as it gets, I think. Now, that's most of our ship classes done. Well, the ones we need, anyway. So let's actually get to building some. See what we have to work with here. Alright. Finances, crew training, tech budget, transport capacity. I also need to increase my shipyard, because that increases shipbuilding capacity, which is actually pretty good. That and a strong economic growth, that's those are the perks of playing as the United States. So, alright. 5 billion. Let's build 4 battleships. Philadelphia. And San Francisco. Multi-balance plus 59. And it's already going down. Put this on. Pennsylvania. Battlecruisers. I'm gonna have to build some of those as well. And again, they're going to San Francisco. And Philadelphia. Plus 14 million. Yeah, I have to... don't think I can afford to keep all of this at maximum. Let's put crew training down to 50%. Crew training doesn't add much. Tech budget, that's where the money is. Yeah, we're saving here. Monthly balance is now in the green. However, because my economy is growing by this much, I can gradually increase this. Heavy cruisers. Gonna need quite a few of these. Eight. 4 in each of my my main ports. And DDs. Light cruisers. You might have to build a couple of galvestons just because they are cheaper. And these are just gonna be kind of all around. Balboa. Christian's dead. Manila. Davao. Pearl Harbor. Pago Pago. So they're kind of like all over. Let's get a couple of the Roanoke's as well. Still got monthly balance to spare. Let's build 6. I want to have 2 in San Francisco, 2 in Philadelphia, and these 2 can go to Pearl Harbor actually. Now DDs, the escort DDs. Let's build 6 of those. And same as the Roanoke's. They're going 2 to Pearl Harbor. 2 to Philadelphia. And 2 of them to San Francisco. And the actual DDs. Above available funds. Okay. My monthly balance is now in the red. Yeah, we got 9 million left. We're 37 in the red. Let's reduce that further. So built a little bit too much, maybe. But I don't think I'm gonna get a war immediately. And I think once the game starts and I can put a lot of these to in, they are in being, but to what the other one, limited. I think I can save quite a bit of money. So let's actually start the campaign. Not gonna worry about shipbuilding capacity because these ships will be built as soon as we hit start campaign. There we go. Ships are built. Monthly balance 31 in the red. However, $108 in the green. Of course, the minute I move any of those out of port, that's gonna change. Because they will then automatically be set to sea control. Let's go, yeah, there. Plus 50 million. Plus 22, okay. Let's first just worry about growing the economy and getting some research done. Big guns, yes. Engines, yes. What is hull construction? Quality control. Armor quality. Not gonna use this over Krupp cemented. Range finders. Coincidence 5. That is pretty nice. Let's keep that. So, my ships have all been built. I should be behind technologically. No, I am average. Alright. I'm pretty friendly with everyone, so I will see you again. Maybe not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Shipyard Champions. But probably on Tuesday. By which time there will probably have been a war. Well, there probably have been quite a few months gone by until we have a war. So I'm just gonna play through those peacetime months off camera. Goodbye, and take care.